the shirt you're wearing. That's cool. Alright, guns up.
And the 2016 Millard West Varsity Boys race is off. And they are out fast. Seth Hirsch is back there. Up front right now is Noah Rasmussen of Millard South. We also have Prep here, who's ranked 3rd in state right now. That is Jack Slagle. I do apologize up front if I do get some names wrong. Ryan Eastman of Prep also. Got John Quigley of Millard West, and there's Seth Hirsch, kind of emerged to the right of me, left of you as you're watching this. There, we'll get you kind of a 400 time to show you what speed they're going through. Seth Hirsch is taking the lead slightly before the 400 meter mark, which we just passed. We get a time right now, 69, 70, 71, about 70 to 71 to the first 400. He's opened up about a 5 meter gap on Prep and Millard South. Right now in the preseason rankings in the nation, Seth is ranked 2nd. At Roy Griak, which he won. Conversation of the Flow Track announcers was, could he move up to #1 over, I believe, Casey Klinger of Utah. They felt he was a pretty solid 2nd. So I was shocked when I saw a poll on who's the #1 runner in the Heartland. It's obviously Seth Hirsch, who today may break 15. Beginning of the year, he ran 15:11 at the Burke Invite, came back a week later, ran 15:16 on a longer course that had to be modified because it was pouring rain and muddy. The 800 mark in 2:20 exactly, 2:20 at the 800 mark. Chase Pack went through at 2:25. It is going to be a good team race between Prep and Millard West. Right now, it's definitely Millard West. We're going to hit the 1K mark, and Hirsch goes through at 2:53. 2:53. Cheering him on just in the frame, if you can see from a distance, was Summers, the winner of the girls. Seth has got about a 12-second lead on the pack, which is Prep Slagles, Rasmussen, Eastman, and Quigley, followed by Burt Callow. A couple other Millard West runners. From a distance, can't tell, but that might be Andrew Dubas. The Dubas. Hirsch is working it up the hill around the 1200 meter mark. This is one of Hirsch's favorite courses that he runs on. He is familiar with it. Millard West does come and practice here. It's just down the road from Millard West. Millard South right across the street. They consider this their home course. Hirsch has found his rhythm. He is a metronome. He may not be able to get out in that first 400, but he is going to stay consistent. He is strong. The miles he's put in. We'll be coming up on the mile mark here shortly and get you a time. Fans start to line the course. We just passed the 1600. He'll be passing the 1600 in 4:42. 4:42 for that first mile, ladies and gentlemen. 4:42. chase pack now is Slagle and Eastman of Prep. They're passing the mile in about 4:55. Kind of crested that hill, have a slight downhill, flattens out, and we'll get to that 2K mark again. Maybe the next time we'll give you a time on it. There's a solid pack from about 2nd through 10th. Majority of those runners are Millard West. So coming up on the 2K mark, we definitely have Millard West team leading. Number 1 team in state right now is Fremont. 2K mark in 5:58. 5:58 at the 2K. Definitely that 1K to the 2K is pretty tough. It's mostly uphill. And a nice downhill you can pick up some speed from. There's Coach Kurz. He coached Hirsch his freshman and sophomore year. And then Coach Johnston took the reins. With us in the cart with Coach Sturgeon driving is the granddaughter of Coach Kurz, Nora Kurz. Just past Coach Mingo of Omaha Burke. Got it. We're going to pull a little ahead, so he may be going on the side, but he is not slowing up, folks. It's just because we're speeding up. We have just passed the halfway point, 2,500 meter mark, and he's coming through at about 7:20 at the halfway point. He is on pace to break 15, but the toughest part of the course is coming up. It's going to be uphill shortly to the 3K, and then once you pass that 4K again, you're uphill. Trust me, all the fans, regardless of who you're cheering for, is cheering for Seth Hirsch today, along with all the runners. That's what makes cross country so fun, and such a sport that everybody should come out for. It's all inclusive. It is a family where everybody cheers on everybody. Seth is really trying to push this part of the course, build up some time. He knows after that 4K up that little bit of hill, you lose a little bit of time. He is such a student of running and in the classroom. He's narrowed his list of colleges down to 5, and on that list are some pretty academic savvy schools, Stanford included, and some Ivy League schools. Both Hirsch and Summers are top runners in the state, but they're also tops in their class and in the state and nation, academically. You just passed the 3K mark, and we'll give you a time here at 3K. 8:55, 8:56, 8:56, ladies and gentlemen, 8:56, still under 15-minute pace. 15-minute pace would be 3 minutes per K. However, it's not on a track where you're going to have hills, so some of the Ks will be a little different time-wise. Times may be different, but the effort is always there. He's always pushing. We'll be at the 3,200 meter mark here. Just a little bit. You can see the spectators lining the course, cheering him on, and all the other runners. There's Coach Johnston at the 3,200 meter mark. He goes through at 9:35 for the 3,200 meter mark. I've known Seth since he was in elementary school. He's got an older sister, Sydney Hirsch, who runs for Wichita State and was a top distance runner her time here. So I've seen him run through middle school and high school. I'd always see him around Lake Zarinsky. And yes, there were many times I attempted to convince him to go to Millard South and run, but I knew he would end up at Millard West, following his sister's footsteps. Little known fact about Sydney Hirsch is she is crazy for cats. If there's something cats out there that she can buy, she will, whether it's mugs, slippers, earrings. Down by the Walnut Grove Pond, funny story, about 5 or 6 years ago, a couple Millard West runners got to put the car in park and it started rolling and ended up in the pond. It's the only time I've ever seen a car get airborne like Dukes of Hazzards and end up in a pond. All right, we're gonna lose Hirsch a little bit here coming up. We can't go across the little creek that's there. We will give you a 4K time, just like last time. Hirsch has a sizable lead. Even as we come up, I cannot see second or third place. This is where the course does cross. You're fine. There is the trail vehicle. So all runners are by, so he will have a clear path to cross. He may look like a little guy, but he runs like a big guy. He is definitely going to make an impact on that next level. Wherever he should go. We're going to come up here. I did not get the time at the 4K. I apologize. I'll get you the time with 800 to go. 800 to go. We're at 12:38 with 800 to go. So that means he's got to complete the last 800 in 2:22. I apologize, but I'm going to go to a little bit of cheering here. Come on, Seth! You can do it! Come on! Head.
Get further?
Yeah, so then the dust doesn't bother him. We're going to get just a little bit further ahead, and I know he may go out of view, but we don't want the dust to bother him.
Was it kicking up at him?
Yeah, just a little bit. Just right when we went through the trees there, because there's not much grass. Give you a time at the 400 meter mark. We just wanted to get far enough ahead. There's 400 left. We passed. He's going to go through with 400 left at 13:51. So he's got a minute and about 69 to 70 seconds. Come on, Seth! Come on! Let her go! Come on, Seth! It's going to be close. He's got a little bit of a downhill here where he can build up some speed. Unfortunately, he's got to go uphill with about 200 to go right here. We'll give you the 200 time. It's 14:24, 200 to go! He just got to finish at 36 seconds for his last 200 to be right at that 15 mark. He's going with everything he's got. He's going with everything. Will he do it, ladies and gentlemen? We just passed the superintendent of Millard, Dr. Jim Sutphen. I'm going gonna attempt to jump up. There he goes. We'll get you the time. He's gonna do it, ladies and gentlemen. He's breaking 15. The first sub 15 in state, ladies and gentlemen. First sub 15. Course record, meet record, state record. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, I've run out of superlatives to tell you and talk to you about Seth. It will be a little while before we get second place in here. However, what a performance. That last 800, he had to cover the ground in 2 minutes and 22 seconds, and he did so. We'll wait for the official time, but we do know it was under 15 minutes.
Quick to catch either one of these guys.
That what?
That I was kicking dust up at him.
No, it was just right here you did. And the only reason is just because there's no grass. That was the only spot.
I saw a little bit coming up the hill.
Yeah. Here we got Eastman and Slagle, teammates. And then we got Quigley and Millard West. Oh, it is going to be close, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. 16-10, 16-11, 16-12 unofficially. So both Prep and Millard West have their 2 runners in. Fifth runner, here comes Noah Rasmussen of Millard South. Gonna run a PR today. PR before this in 1630, he's got 1632, 1633. Andrew Dubas, the Dubas coming in. Finishing strong, Millard West now has 3, and oh, here comes Prep's 3rd runner. Millard West 4th runner. Prep's 4th runner. Oh my goodness, but then here comes Millard West, 5th, 6th, and 7th runner. Here comes Sam Harder. There's Jeremy Hacker. There you go. And there's Mason McDonald, but Sam Harder, way to go, Sam Harder. Mason McDonald, the sophomore, put in 70 miles, another Millard West runner. Looks like Millard West won the team title, but you will have Prep close, just waiting for Prep's 5th though. Omaha Burke runner, 2 of them coming in. Here comes Jake Scott of Millard South with a strong kick, first Bell East runner. And then here comes Prep's 5th, 6th, and 7th runner. There's Gunnar Matson of Millard South, another Prep. Ben Smith of Millard South. Millard North runner and Millard South. Here will come a first Omaha Northwest runner. Omaha Burke, Omaha Burke. Oh, we're gonna have a strong finish with the Omaha Northwest and Millard North. They may pass this Prep runner here towards the end. Oh, Prep runner picked it up. Just slightly over 18 minutes. And then there's Nolan Hanrahan in 1808 of Millard South. And Davion of Millard South as well. Another Bell East and Prep runner, along with Millard North. Grant Duffy of Millard West here, and a Bell East runner. Couple Millard North runners, followed by Millard South. We'll hope to get some interviews today, both of Taylor Summers and Seth Hirsch. Here comes Nick Perez of Millard South. Omaha Northwest running with one shoe and holding the other. Omaha Burke, Millard South, and Bell East. It's going to be close. Looks like Millard South may have just edged him out. I am here with Seth Hirsch, who just ran the Millard West Invite in a course record, a meet record, a state record, and an all-time record for the first person ever to break 15 in the state of Nebraska with a 14:56.90. How do you feel and how did you do it?
I felt pretty good out there. I think I got out the first mile in like 4:42, so I knew I was on pace. And then I came through the 2 mile in 9:35, which is like right on pace. And then the last 800, I really just had to kick it in, and I closed in a pretty fast last 400 to get it. But yeah, I mean, I knew I had a chance, but I didn't know if I could actually do it. But once I got to about 4K is when I really just turned it on.
Nice. And I had kind of the privilege of Coach Sturgeon allowing me to ride in the Gator, so I could kind of to video it and attempt my commentating skills. And I kind of, that last K, I kind of lost that and was just becoming a fan and cheering you on, and that was so impressive. What's kind of the goals going forward? I know the last week you just ran at Roy Griak. You won with a pretty impressive time with the course conditions because it was pretty much a mud run.
Yeah, last week was definitely, I actually think I ran quite a bit harder today. Last week I was pretty much just going for the win, and I got out pretty good, and then I ran it kind of conservatively towards the end, but no, going forward, I'll get a good 2-week break before districts, and then I'll run state, so I'll definitely taper a little bit for state, and after that I'll just get ready for Nike and Foot Locker.
Nice. It was kind of nice listening to the flow track. I didn't get up there to the GRIAC, but listening on the flow track, the commentators talking about you and being preseason ranked number 2 nationally, could you move up to that number 1 ranking? And they kind of went off of each other. Of course, my opinion is yes, the number 1 ranked is Casey Klinger. Is that something you think about, or is it just you're going to do your best that you can each day, and wherever the chips may fall, that's...
Yeah, I look at it, but I don't really think about it at all. I mean, in the end, the only thing that matters will be head-to-head when the races come. I mean, honestly, the difference between those top 15 guys is so small. Like, any of those guys could take, I know Casey Klinger lost to his teammate in one of the first races of the season because they got 3 guys under 15-15. So, I mean, it really just comes down to who's at their best for those 2 races, pretty much.
Nice. Congratulations. Thank you. As a cross-country fan, I have enjoyed watching your career and continue. I'm excited for the next step just this season and beyond going into college. So
thank you.
Thank you.